Wrestling fans around the world are in complete disbelief after what just went down on WWE Raw. In a moment that can only be described as earth-shattering, AEW's very own Jon Moxley made an unannounced and absolutely jaw-dropping appearance live on WWE programming. It's not an exaggeration to say that this unexpected event has turned the entire professional wrestling industry on its head. During what was supposed to be a routine segment, Moxley didn't just show up. He made a bold, defiant statement, confronting two of WWE's most influential figures, Seth Rollins and the ever-calculating Paul Heyman. The energy in the arena was unlike anything seen in years. Fans were screaming, commentators were left stunned, and social media instantly exploded. In an industry built on surprises and twists, this might be one of the most unpredictable moments of all time. As the dust settles from what many are already calling one of the most historic moments in wrestling history, it's becoming clear that this wasn't just about shock value. This was personal. It was emotional. It was calculated. Jon Moxley, formerly known in WWE as Dean Ambrose and a founding member of The Shield, didn't just break through the so-called forbidden door between promotions. He kicked it off its hinges and lit it on fire. He made it clear that boundaries, contracts, and corporate rivalries mean absolutely nothing when unresolved history, betrayal, and personal vendettas are involved. For weeks, WWE had been building momentum, with Seth Rollins riding high after capturing the coveted Money in the Bank briefcase and Paul Heyman expanding his influence once again as the mastermind behind WWE's latest dominant faction. The narrative was seemingly all about power, control, and legacy, until Jon Moxley threw everything into chaos. Nobody, absolutely nobody, anticipated this. There were no rumors, no leaks, no hints. Just total, raw, unfiltered shock. The atmosphere changed in an instant during Rollins' post-match celebration. The arena lights suddenly cut out, plunging the venue into total darkness. When the lights flickered back on, there stood Moxley in the center of the ring. The crowd erupted into deafening chaos. Every fan in the arena was on their feet, screaming, gasping, recording. It was pure, electric mayhem. Clutching a microphone, Moxley looked directly at Rollins and spoke with that familiar, dangerous grin. "Long time no see, Seth." The crowd went wild. Then his eyes shifted to Heyman. "Still playing puppet master, I see." Every word dripped with years of bitterness and truth. These weren't just scripted lines. This was real emotion. Raw, unfiltered, and utterly captivating. Before security could even respond, Moxley dropped the mic and struck with deadly precision. He delivered a thunderous paradigm shift to Rollins, laying him out cold in the middle of the ring. The crowd was in absolute uproar. Gasps, cheers, and disbelief filled the air. Meanwhile, Heyman scrambled backward, terrified. The usually composed, wise man was visibly shaken, perhaps recognizing that Moxley's sudden appearance wasn't just an act of aggression. It was a message. A warning. A reckoning. Then came another powerful image. Moxley picking up the Money in the Bank briefcase, studying it with visible disgust, as if it represented everything he once walked away from. Without saying another word, he dropped it on Rollins' chest, symbolically rejecting the system he once belonged to. And just when fans thought the drama had peaked, Moxley looked directly at Heyman and made the infamous cutthroat gesture. In an instant, he disappeared into the crowd, leaving behind a broken Rollins, a terrified Heyman, and a world of questions that no one yet has the answers to. This wasn't just a moment, it was a seismic shift. An AEW contracted superstar appearing live, unannounced, on WWE programming is something that has never happened in the modern wrestling era. It defies everything fans thought they knew about the boundaries between promotions. For years, the idea of true crossover between WWE and AEW was seen as a fantasy, something fans might dream about, but never expect to become reality. And yet, Jon Moxley just made it happen. Just like that. No warnings, no PR stunts, no build-up. Just pure, unexpected chaos. Naturally, speculation is now running wild. Was this a one-time deal? Was it coordinated behind the scenes with both Tony Khan and WWE officials? Or is this the beginning of something much bigger? Perhaps even a historic partnership between the two biggest wrestling companies in the world? Sources suggest that even WWE personnel were caught completely off guard, though some reports hint that Tony Khan may have given silent approval, paving the way for this historic moment. If true, the implications are staggering. More importantly, what does this mean for the characters involved? Seth Rollins is not only one of WWE's top stars, he's also deeply intertwined with Moxley's past. As former Shield brothers, their history runs deep, complicated by betrayals, title feuds, and differing paths. Moxley's attack wasn't just about making headlines. It was deeply personal. And Paul Heyman? A master manipulator who's been pulling strings in WWE for decades. What secrets is he hiding that Moxley might now expose? The look of sheer panic on Heyman's face suggested that Moxley's knowledge of backstage politics and personal history could be more dangerous than any physical threat. What happens next is anyone's guess, but one thing is absolutely certain. Jon Moxley has changed the game. With just one appearance, he's blown apart the long-standing barriers between rival promotions and rewritten what's possible in professional wrestling. The industry is no longer divided into neatly separated worlds. The walls are crumbling, the rules are being rewritten, and anything can happen next. So now the questions hang heavy in the air. Is this a new storyline that will unfold across both promotions? Will more AEW wrestlers follow Moxley's lead? Could we see WWE stars show up on AEW programming in response? And perhaps the biggest question of all, how will Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman respond to this declaration of war? Join the conversation. Leave your thoughts, theories, and reactions in the comments. And whatever you do, don't miss what happens next. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the fallout from this explosive moment is just beginning. The forbidden door is no longer ajar. It's gone, shattered into pieces. And Jon Moxley is standing on the ruins, daring anyone to try and stop him. Insiders report that even WWE officials were blindsided by the incident. Whispers are circulating that AEW's Tony Khan may have actually greenlit this move, making it the first officially sanctioned crossover of its kind. If that's true, then this moment isn't just about Jon Moxley, it's about the entire wrestling world changing before our eyes. He didn't just cross a line, he tore it down and burned the remains. What happens next is anyone's guess. But what's certain is that professional wrestling has entered a new era, one where anything is possible. The questions now hang heavy in the air. How will Rollins react to the ambush? What is Heyman hiding? And is Moxley planning something even bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because whatever comes next, it's going to be massive. The forbidden door is no more. It has been blown clean off its hinges, and nothing will ever be the same again. Is this a deeply